Taeyeon looked at Cody with a serious expression and recounted what happened. When I faced No Name, I heard a voice. When I tried to touch it, following its instructions, I absorbed it. Cody furrowed his brow and asked, "Is that all?" He then inquired, "Further, what did you talk to No Name about?" Taeyeon hesitated, lowering his head slightly. "That I can't tell anyone right now." Hearing this, the president snapped, visibly furious. "It's useless for you to keep secrets. No Name was a property of the United States." He paused, voice rising, "Even if he was our closest ally." But before he could finish, Cody cut him off, calmly stating, "It's fine." Turning to Taeyeon, Cody asked sharply, "What will you do from here?" Taeyeon's eyes burned with determination. "I'm going to find out what I can do." He then declared his next move. "I've delivered Ricky's last words. Now, I'm returning to New South Korea." The president's expression darkened, panic evident, as he shouted, "Wait, Cody, what are you doing? Stop, Kim Taeyeon." Cody responded with a grim seriousness. "Don't you get it? Kim Taeyeon has already surpassed me. There's nothing on this earth that can stop him now." The president's eyes widened in shock. "Is that because he absorbed No Name?" Cody nodded slowly. No Name chose him. There were countless opportunities to contact No Name, but no one could do what Taeyeon did. He then added, "Think of it this way. Kim Taeyeon didn't just absorb No Name chose him. In my opinion, we shouldn't anger the man chosen by God. We're now the ones playing catch-up." Soon after, the World Player Association held a press conference announcing the deaths of Ricky Hollies and 4 other SS-ranked players. They also revealed the existence of the 7 archdukes ruling over the abyss. The world mourned the fallen heroes while simultaneously trembling in fear of the archdukes. The scene shifted to Taeyeon's return in Korea. He sat in a hot meeting with the president of the South Korean Player Association. The president greeted him solemnly. "I've heard the news. You've been through quite an ordeal." He then asked, "Are you injured?" Taeyeon shook his head. "I'm fine." The president nodded, concern in his voice. "Even if your body's okay, I'm sure you felt terrible." The president then admitted, "Sorry for rushing you while you must have been feeling terrible. But I also heard from you, Young, that you're working in the abyss now. Did those plans change because of the archdukes?" Taeyeon replied calmly, "No, the abyss needs me now more than ever." Suddenly, an aide from the president's staff interrupted, hesitating before speaking. "Sir, I wasn't sure if I should tell you, but a mysterious plague is spreading across the earth," he explained. "It's causing gray spots to appear on people's skin, along with high fevers. Have you seen anything like this before?" Taeyeon's mind raced. "Those symptoms, it's the same as in my past life." He thought back to the disease that had plagued humanity for so long, the one that emerged from the Chinese dungeon after Venom was killed. He then spoke. "I thought I had stopped it by killing Venom early." The assistant shook his head. "Our pathologists say it's not natural. It seems human-made specifically here in New South Korea. We also have leads linking the malignant guild to it." He continued, "They're not weak, but they shouldn't have the means to create such a disease. Someone must be working with them. The Malignant Guild is a global operation, but their base is here in South Korea. We're trying to root them out." Taeyeon then interrupted and said that there's something I want to ask you as well. He revealed, "I met the leader of the Malignant Guild in Orgel's castle. His name was Min Ji-hong." The room fell silent. "You met Min Ji-hong?" Taeyeon nodded grimly. "Yes, he's now working for Orgel, and he knows me well." The president's face darkened with regret. "He's on the side of monsters now. How low can he go?" Min Ji-hong. The assistant looked hesitant. "Should I tell him?" The president shook his head and said that this was his burden to bear. "I haven't been hiding it from him, I just didn't want to overwhelm him." He paused before continuing. "But now that he knows, I will tell him." He recounted a story from 20 years ago. "Back when I was still an active player, there was a dungeon break in the countryside. I arrived too late then, the monsters had vanished. In their place was an awakened boy, no older than 7, who had lost his parents." He looked at Taeyeon with a heavy heart. It was all unconscious and incredible moment. That boy stopped a B-rank dungeon break all on his own. He then recognized him as Ji-hung, whose talent and anger he saw early on. "I felt responsible for not saving his parents, so I took him in. I trained him intensely, hoping he'd become the savior of South Korea." He sighed wistfully. "He was even more talented than I expected, handling all his training with ease, becoming one of the strongest in Korea before high school. But looking back now, it was all for nothing. I pushed him over the edge." Taeyeon, listening intently, asked, "Where did it all go wrong?" The president explained, "Many conditions had to be met before entering the abyss. But in those days, there was nothing, no restrictions. Min Ji-hong could operate as a player from a young age. Many wanted to work with him." He continued, "Despite his talent, his team suffered disaster after disaster. Casualties kept piling up. The Players Association launched an investigation, revealing that Min Ji-hong deliberately drove people to death. When questioned, Ji-hong claimed, 'How can I fight monsters while taking care of the weak?' He believed that surviving made them stronger, thinking he was making them better. But the investigation branded him a criminal. He killed everyone who tried to stop him and escaped. Becoming an international fugitive, the president looked away, regret in his voice. Minjipong he believed tragedy made him stronger, and he wanted to do the same to others. That's his way of saving the world. And the one who pushed him down that path I was the one. Taeyeon's expression hardened. I can't say I wasn't responsible. If you knew he was twisted, you should have kicked his ass. That's what fathers do. He stood up, resolute. I'll bring him in and give him one last chance. He added, I don't like his contempt for the weak. I know what it's like to lose everything helplessly. The assistant then asked, in that case, would you join us? Taeyeon replied quietly, I will, but not right away. There are things I need to take care of first. Suddenly, a new status window appeared. After no name showing quest, the countdown to the race wars will begin soon. The scene then shifted. Taeyeon was at the palace of Rosaria. He looked at her and asked, what was with that expression? Rosaria smiled softly and asked back, was I in that terrible estate? Taeyeon's mind raced. Was it because of me? He thought of the damage from their fight with Orgel worse than he'd anticipated. Rosaria explained, I fought against the true form of an archduke. Actually, that was a good outcome. He looked around, curious what happened to my castle. Rosaria replied, before I fought Orgel, Igman paid a visit. Annoying bastard, she added with a smirk. No need to worry. The archdukes of the abyss aren't allies. It's my fault for having such a formidable contractor. Taeyeon's tone grew firm. Rosaria, I'll make sure you're never treated like that again. She looked surprised. Contractor, something has changed within you. He nodded. I've met God and learned the truth about the king. He then warned her softly, the race war is coming. And with this, the chapter ends. Please leave a comment. It boosts my videos. Even commenting an emoji would do. Thanks.